Climate change. We've talked about it, we've argued about it, but almost no one understands just how deep the transformation goes. It's not just hotter summers, it's not just extreme weather, it's not even just disappearing species. Climate change is rewriting life on Earth, reorganizing entire ecosystems, shifting species like chess pieces, and pushing humanity into a future we are not prepared for. Today, you will see the entire picture, and once you do, you'll never look at the planet the same way again. But here's the real question. If the story of Earth is changing, what comes next? And speaking of what comes next, wait until you see what's happening to animals around the globe. It's one of the largest migrations in the history of life. Life isn't just yours, it's everywhere, it's everything. And we're here to explore it all. Be curious and stay curious. Earth's temperature has risen more than 1°C since the 19th century. That may sound small, but for a planetary system, it's huge. Like raising the temperature of your own body. It changes everything. Heat waves intensify, winters shrink, seasons shift, ecosystems scramble. Climate change has become a new evolutionary force, reshaping life faster than evolution can naturally adapt. We're living in a world where species must move, mutate, or face extinction. So where do they go? And what happens when millions of species all scramble for new homes at once? Let's step into the largest reshuffling of wildlife ever recorded. Across the planet, animals are on the move. Butterflies shifting north, mountain species climbing higher, marine life fleeing to cooler waters, 10 times faster than land species, tropical fish invading temperate seas. This is the global rearrangement of life. But with movement comes conflict, new predators, new prey, new diseases, new ecological chaos. The world's biological map is being redrawn in real time. But as species move to survive, some ecosystems can't move at all. So what happens when the ocean itself, the largest ecosystem on Earth, starts unraveling? Let's dive deeper. The ocean, Earth's life support system, is changing faster than any environment on the planet. Warming waters push fish into new territories. Marine heat waves wipe out entire kelp forests. And coral reefs, the rainforest of the sea, are bleaching and dying on a massive scale. We have already lost half of the Great Barrier Reef, with reefs collapsing. Tens of thousands of species lose their homes, and entire human economies collapse with them. But oceans aren't the only ecosystems in danger. What happens when Earth's forests, the very lungs of the planet, begin to transform under the pressure of heat? Forests are changing faster than ever before. In the north, boreal forests burn at unprecedented rates in the Amazon. Once humid jungles are drying and turning into savannas, Mediterranean forests are shrinking. Pests like bark beetles, supercharged by warmer winters, are destroying millions of acres of trees. As forests transform, wildlife inside them is forced to adapt or vanish. We are witnessing the birth of novel ecosystems, completely new mixes of species reshaping landscapes in unpredictable ways. But what about the species that can't escape, can't adapt, and can't evolve fast enough? Next, we enter one of the most alarming chapters of the story, extinction on fast forward. We may be entering Earth's 6th mass extinction, and this time, it's driven by us. Species are disappearing up to 1,000 times faster than normal. Climate change accelerates extinction by altering habitats, shifting food chains, increasing disasters, pushing temperatures past survival points, acidifying oceans. Some species are already gone. Others are hanging by a thread. Once they're gone, they never return. But extinction doesn't just affect animals, it affects us. What happens when ecosystems humans depend on begin to collapse? Let's take a closer look. Climate change hits humanity where it hurts most. Food, crop yields decrease. Fisheries move or disappear. Farmers lose seasons to unpredictable weather. Health. Heat waves kill thousands. Mosquito-borne diseases expand into new regions. Mental health declines after climate disasters. Economy. Insurance costs skyrocket. Tourism declines. Global food prices rise. Climate change is not a distant threat. It's a present reality affecting billions. But if land ecosystems are struggling, what about the planet's last great frontier, the oceans? There's a secret happening beneath the waves that most people don't know. The ocean absorbs 90% of global warming's excess heat, and it's reaching a breaking point. Oxygen levels are dropping, dead zones are expanding. Ocean acidification threatens the very bottom of the food web. Entire marine ecosystems teeter on the edge. If the ocean collapses, everything collapses. But how do all these changes, on land, in the sea, in the air, connect? What does it mean for the delicate web of life we depend on? You're about to see the bigger picture. Nature works like a giant interconnected web. Pull one thread, and everything else feels it. Ice melts earlier, algae decline, krill decline, penguins starve, whales follow. Flowers bloom earlier, pollinators miss the window, crops suffer, humans feel the impact. The web of life is stretching, and in many places, it's starting to snap. So the big question is, can nature keep up? Can species adapt quickly enough to survive what's coming? The answer might surprise you. Some species can evolve quickly, especially insects. But most large animals reproduce too slowly to adapt to such rapid change. Evolution has limits, and climate change is pushing those limits. If warming continues at high rates, adaptation alone won't be enough. So, what does the future look like? What kind of world are we heading toward? Let's explore the possibilities. The future depends on what we do now. At 1.5 to 2 Celsius degrees, many species survive by shifting ranges. Coral reefs partially endure, extreme weather rises but remains manageable. At 3 Celsius degrees, coral reefs collapse. A third of all species face extinction. Fisheries decline sharply. At 4 Celsius degrees or more, Earth risks entering a hothouse state with runaway warming. But before you panic, there's hope. A growing global movement is fighting back, hard. And some of the solutions will surprise you. Around the world, people are restoring ecosystems, protecting wildlife, and driving innovation. Rewilding reintroduces key species. Marine protected areas allow sea life to rebound. Renewable energy is growing faster than predicted. Carbon capture technology is emerging. Communities are adapting. Nature is resilient if we choose to protect it. And the biggest question remains, what can you do? The answer is simple and powerful. Your actions matter. Use renewable energy, eat more sustainably, vote for climate-focused leaders, protect natural habitats, reduce waste and emissions, educate others. When millions do this together, the world changes. But personal action isn't enough unless we spread the message. If this video opened your eyes, if you want more content like this, if you believe the world needs to hear this story, like this video, subscribe for more deep, science-driven content. Share this video with someone who needs to understand what's happening. Comment below. What shocked you the most about Earth's transformation? Together, we can turn awareness into action, and action into change. The story of Earth is not finished, and you are part of the next chapter. Thanks for watching. Be curious, stay curious.